For many years, the American dream has promised that if you work hard, you can achieve financial success, own a home, and build a better future for your family. This dream was once within reach for millions of middle-class Americans. But today, things are different. Many people who are part of the middle class feel like they're stuck. They're working hard but still struggling with bills, debt, and the rising cost of living. Why is this happening? Why does it seem like no matter how hard people try, financial security is slipping further away? The middle class is getting crushed financially, and there are several reasons why. From global competition and rising housing prices to a stock market that seems to only benefit the rich, the challenges are growing. This video will show you why the middle class keeps getting crushed financially. We'll explore how the economy has changed, why the cost of living keeps going up, and what people can do to improve their financial situation. More importantly, we'll uncover why it's harder than ever to achieve financial freedom today. Number 1. The shrinking middle class in America. The middle class has long been the backbone of the American economy. For decades, being part of the middle class meant you could own a home, send your kids to college, take vacations, and eventually retire comfortably. But over the last few decades, the middle class has been shrinking, and it's becoming harder for families to hold on to this lifestyle. One of the biggest problems is that wages for middle-class jobs have barely grown, while the cost of living has skyrocketed. For example, prices for housing, healthcare, and education have gone up a lot, but paychecks haven't kept up. As a result, many families are struggling to cover basic needs. A lot of middle-class households are now living paycheck to paycheck, with little to no savings for emergencies or retirement. Another issue is the growing wealth gap in America. The rich are getting richer, while the middle class is getting left behind. Wealthier families have more opportunities to invest in the stock market, buy real estate, and pass down money to their kids. Meanwhile, middle-class families are often burdened with debt, including credit card debt, student loans, and mortgages. The impact of this is huge. More and more people who used to be in the middle class are falling into financial hardship. They're finding it harder to buy homes, save for retirement, or achieve the financial stability that used to define the American dream. The middle class isn't disappearing overnight, but the challenges they face are growing each year. Without big changes, the gap between the rich and everyone else will continue to widen, leaving many hardworking families struggling to stay afloat. Number 2. The rise of global competition. One of the reasons the American middle class is struggling is because of global competition. Over the past few decades, many companies in the US have moved their factories and jobs overseas, especially to countries like China. This process, called outsourcing, allows companies to pay lower wages for the same work, which increases their profits. However, it also means that many good-paying jobs in America have disappeared. For the middle class, this has been a huge blow. Jobs that used to provide stable incomes, like those in manufacturing, are now harder to find. When factories close or move overseas, entire communities are affected. Workers are often left with few options other than lower-paying service jobs that don't offer the same financial security. At the same time, countries like China have grown their economies rapidly. China's economy is now a major competitor to the US, producing many goods at cheaper prices. While this might make products more affordable for consumers, it also puts pressure on American businesses and workers, particularly in industries that rely on exports or manufacturing. As global competition continues to rise, middle-class families in America are left feeling the effects, with fewer job opportunities and stagnant wages. Number 3. Stock market and wealth inequality. The stock market has been growing steadily over the past several years, creating more wealth for those who can invest in it. But for most middle-class families, the benefits of the stock market remain out of reach. While the rich are getting richer through their investments, many in the middle class struggle to even participate in the stock market because they don't have enough extra money to invest. Wealthier families often have financial advisors and access to investment opportunities that allow their money to grow over time. They can buy stocks, invest in real estate, and take advantage of tax breaks. In contrast, middle-class families are often living paycheck to paycheck, paying off debt, or trying to save for emergencies. This leaves little room to invest and grow their wealth. The result is a widening wealth gap. The rich continue to build wealth through their investments, while the middle class falls behind. Over time, this has created a major divide between the wealthiest Americans and everyone else. For many in the middle class, the stock market feels like a game they can't win. Without the extra income to invest, it's hard for them to benefit from the market's growth. This imbalance only deepens financial inequality, making it harder for middle-class families to catch up and achieve financial security. In today's economy, owning assets like stocks is one of the keys to building wealth, but unfortunately, many middle-class families don't have access to these opportunities. Number 4. The housing crisis and the American dream. Buying a home has always been a key part of the American dream. For many middle-class families, owning a house represents stability, success, and a place to call their own. However, today, the dream of homeownership is becoming harder to achieve for the middle class. One major reason is the rising cost of real estate. Home prices have increased significantly in many parts of the United States. In cities where jobs are plentiful, like New York or San Francisco, the cost of buying a house is especially high. Even in smaller towns, home prices are going up faster than wages, making it difficult for families to save enough for a down payment. Inflation also plays a big role. As the cost of living rises, middle-class families have less money to spend on buying a house. Everything from groceries to gas is more expensive, leaving less money available for saving or investing in property. High interest rates on mortgages add to the problem, making monthly payments more expensive and reducing the number of people who can afford to buy. Another challenge is the limited supply of affordable housing. In many areas, there are not enough homes available for sale, especially those priced for middle-class buyers. This shortage drives prices even higher and makes the market very competitive. As a result, many middle-class families are forced to rent longer or move to less desirable areas where housing is cheaper, but may not offer the same quality of life. The struggle to buy a house affects middle-class finances deeply. Without the ability to own a home, families miss out on building equity and securing a long-term investment. This makes it harder to achieve financial freedom and maintain the stability that homeownership can provide. The housing crisis is a major barrier to the American dream today. Middle-class families face many obstacles in trying to buy a house, making it increasingly difficult to achieve the financial security and stability they desire. Number 5. Strategies to achieve financial freedom. While it may seem tough for middle-class families to achieve financial freedom, there are steps they can take to improve their finances and secure their future. It's not easy, but with careful planning and smart decisions, financial independence is possible. One of the first things to focus on is budgeting. Knowing exactly where your money goes each month is key to finding areas where you can save. Cutting back on unnecessary spending and avoiding debt whenever possible are good first steps. Creating a plan to pay off high-interest debts, like credit cards, can free up money for saving and investing. Another important strategy is building an emergency fund. Having savings to cover unexpected expenses, like car repairs or medical bills, can prevent you from relying on credit and falling deeper into debt. Financial experts recommend setting aside at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in an accessible savings account. Next, look for ways to increase your income. This could be through a side hustle, freelancing, or even asking for a raise at your current job. Diversifying your sources of income can help you build wealth more quickly. Investing is another crucial step. Even if you start small, investing in the stock market or retirement accounts like a 401k or IRA can grow your wealth over time. The earlier you start, the better, thanks to compound interest. Lastly, educating yourself about personal finance is key to making smart decisions. There are many free resources available online, such as blogs, podcasts, and YouTube channels that can help you learn how to manage your money better. By sticking to a budget, reducing debt, building an emergency fund, and investing for the future, middle-class families can work toward achieving financial freedom, even in challenging times. Number 6. The role of policy and systemic change. While individual actions like budgeting and saving are important, the financial struggles of the middle class are also tied to larger systemic issues. Government policies play a big role in shaping the economy, and changes in these policies could greatly impact middle-class families. One key area is wages. Many middle-class jobs have not seen significant pay increases over the past few decades, while the cost of living continues to rise. Raising the minimum wage and ensuring fair pay across industries could help middle-class workers earn enough to keep up with rising expenses. Another important area is tax policies. Right now, many tax breaks benefit the wealthy, allowing them to grow their wealth even more. Middle-class families, on the other hand, often face higher taxes relative to their income. Tax reforms that provide more relief for middle-income earners could help families save more and invest in their future. Finally, healthcare and education costs are major financial burdens for the middle class. Policies that make healthcare more affordable and reduce student loan debt could relieve some of this pressure. Systemic changes like raising wages, adjusting tax policies, and reducing costs for essential services could create a more supportive environment for middle-class families, helping them achieve financial stability and move closer to financial freedom. The financial struggles of the middle class are the result of many factors, from rising living costs to global competition and policies that favor the wealthy. While individuals can take steps to improve their financial situation, broader changes are needed to truly help middle-class families. By pushing for better wages, fairer tax policies, and more affordable housing, healthcare, and education, we can create a system where more people can achieve financial freedom. It's time to work toward a future where the American dream is within reach for everyone. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. If you made it to this point in the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.